is it your fault? Did you jinx the Yankees? Because I know you were going to go. I had some tickets, and I was like, you going? I think you were going the next day, and that started like a downward spiral for this Yankees team, like unlike we've seen.
So I'm going to be the reason that they hate Yankee fans in general. I feel like this downward spiral started like 12 years ago. Like, I know everybody else says you're in the playoffs every year, you're in the playoffs every year, but we've had the bar set incredibly high by like our last generation of players. And yeah, it's been a brutal couple of weeks as a Yankee fan. I'm still riding with them. They're still in the playoffs by the skin of their teeth, but it's just stuff that they do that frustrates the crap out of me as a fan. Like, you know what? New York sports fans, you've been there.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to be talked to like they're idiots. That would be my advice.
They're really knowledgeable sports fans.
That would be my advice to, not that they care what I'm saying, but if anybody in Yankee world decides to listen to this, guys, talk to us like we're people. Let us know things aren't good, and you recognize that, and you're working to be better. It's every day with the same, like, there's plenty of road left. You know, we have the guys in the room. We're as good as any team. It's like, come on, man, stop it. That's the frustrating part about it.
So
don't get me started.
I will not get you started on that. We don't have enough time. We'd have to do like a 3-hour episode to dive into the Yankees' problems that are out there. But Major League Baseball made history by having the first female umpire behind home plate calling balls and strikes. Jen Pow was behind the dish last night for the Marlins-Braves game. And oh, man, you have one job to do, and it's the most important pitch of your entire life and for baseball history. And unfortunately, she blew the call. She called a strike, and it was clear. And they had like what do they call the different ones? The K zone,
like the batter's eye,
the batter's eye, whatever they had, and it was very clearly inside. Yeah, it was clearly off the plate. Thank goodness the batter like kind of took into consideration all that's going on. They're not going to argue at first pitch of the game anyway. Yeah. But it could not have gotten off a worse start for Jen Pow. There's a lot of, I'm sure there's a lot of people with polarizing opinions. I'm kind of used to it. We've seen women cross over in so many different aspects of our society. This is just the latest. We've seen women football coaches. We've seen women basketball coaches. We've seen women referees in other sports. So this is just the latest one. We've seen it in the NFL. We've seen it feels like baseball is really behind where the rest of society is. But it was a little bit of a rough start for her. And then statistically, I guess it was kind of a rough night.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going to take just the very beginning. I got to give her a shout, first of all, because she represents Hofstra. So for myself, for our studio manager, Justin, shout out to Hofstra University. It sounds like that out of the gate, but I'm going to pull this back and we're going to get rid of that bias. Yes, her correct call rate was 90.3. She did get 14 calls wrong in the game, which isn't great. And she finished 13 out of 15 active umpires yesterday. So, yeah, not the best showing. It's our first one. Hopefully it gets better. You know what my curiosity took me on this? You've seen umpires where they go absolutely ballistic, sprint out of the dugout, kicking dirt, spit flying, hat backwards. I wonder the first time a woman is out there if they're able to come with that same gusto. What do you think? Could you come out of women with the same juice that you come at Angel Hernandez once a week, or one of these horrible guys that consistently, let's say Aaron Boone's been pissed. Joe Girardi, I've seen him get mad. I've seen Lou Piniella a million years, right? Yeah. What do these guys do with a woman out there? Are they able to come at it the same? Would you?
I think they've got to be very careful. Here's my thing with a lot of what happens in women's sports, because like I said, we've come a long way, but don't complain if you get treated the same way that men do. If I sit here and talk about Jen Pow and say, man, she called an awful game, and people are like, oh, you're just sexist because she's a woman. Yeah. No, I would say that if it was a man making his first start, or if it was an umpire that had a game that was 90%. It said the league average is 98%. Yeah. Like, umpires are really good. Yeah. And the same thing goes, like, if somebody does come out there and they're living, they're spitting in her face, like, not spitting, because you're yelling, you're talking so much, and you're like, staring her down, you're towering over, and you're just screaming at the top of your lungs. If anybody says anything about that, I don't want to hear it. Because that's why I want to if we're talking about the equal opportunity and giving them the chance, then let's treat them the same and criticize them the same. And if you disagree with the call, then argue the call the same.
Yeah, and I want to see her have the same fire. Like, she'll earn my respect if she gets back after him. Don't throw him out quick. No, you could throw him out. Just don't throw him out quick, because then we're going to be like, oh, the chick has a quick hook. You know what I mean? No, get in there, mix it up with these guys, and look, earn our respect. You got every opportunity. I think that's why, and I don't want to get down this road because this is a dangerous part of the internet we're going, but you don't want, that's quite a lot of people's problem with like feminism as a whole, right? You want to be treated equal. We treat you equal, and then we're misogynists, or there's something wrong with us. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's give her a crack at it. If she's bad, though, let's call her bad. And if she does great, let's give her love for being great. Like, that's cool.
No doubt. This will be a little segment called, Does This Make Me a Bad Person?
All right, let's do it.
Because I saw this kid.
Generally, those mean yes.
I know,
Generally,
right?
That's how you preface
maybe
something.
I'm being a little bit too honest here. But this 13-year-old showed up at a Cardinals game, not in a jersey of his favorite player, either current or historical, but he came fully head to toe in an umpire uniform. Now, I'm a big guy on parenting, too. This is where I think the parents come in, where they're kind of doing the kid a disservice. Like, you're just asking to get picked on at school if you show up in the umpire uniform.
Yeah.
Like, who? And I honestly don't know. Do kids aspire to be umpires nowadays? Well, I just like if you're a parent, I don't think you let him out of the house with that on.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, he did get a lot of love. He went viral.
Well, he got a lot of love on social media, but absolutely, I mean, at least unless things have changed since I was growing up, like that would be like on your top 5 fastest ways to get picked on would be to go to show. Like that's a Halloween costume to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. You put him in a bad spot, and what that immediately tells me, and I think they said, did the parents say something like his goal and dream is to be an MLB ump? Like, I don't know, man. You might want to, how like some people
make pretty good money now.
Well, here's the deal. You know how some people go to school for like underwater basket weaving and you're like, in 2 years, this isn't even going to be a job? My man, you might want to look into what's going on in the future. There's a good chance that if umps are getting the first pitches of games wrong, they might not use them relatively soon. So maybe get back on the diamond for a couple more years and let's see how you do.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's an awesome story. I kid.
No, I hear you.
But I do wonder.
How'd he look back there?
He
looks great in the uniform.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he had everything. He had a little
Can
clicker.
I ask you a question?
He had the pads on underneath.
Like, you think they're giving him tickets now? He's been to multiple games like this. Like,
probably.
That's a great ticket.
Yeah, he probably has more TikTok followers than both of us combined.
But
he's probably some viral sensation.
What team is he at? Do you know?
I think it was the Cardinals. I think it was Cubs Cardinals. I think it was in St. Louis, which is a big sports town. Like, they would eat this stuff up.
Right. Like, I feel like if I try to do that in New York, that's like a $3,000 seat in New York. Like, they're not going to let me just sit back there and be, my son is cute and wants to be an umpire. Like, I might use it when I have my little girl.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get back there.
There has been some very well-covered public cheating scandals in Major League Baseball. It's a sport that is kind of traditionally
talking my language.
Been mired in issues, whether it goes back to the Chicago Black Sox way back. I think that was in the 1800s.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson goes way back. Most recently, the Astros, but even more recent, you've had other accusations. I was watching a Red Sox game, and not this one, another one where I heard the announcing crew saying that they were stealing signs from second base. So it's always been a part of the game. But now you're seeing technology that is actually legal and not cheating, that teams are able to use still images of opposing pitchers to get that edge to try to see what is coming.
See, and that's where my general feeling on the whole thing is, obviously the tech thing provides an advantage, and if you can get great at it, it's extremely helpful. My thought is, if everybody has access to the same information, I'm generally cool with it. Like, if you guys have guys in the back who are watching the TV broadcast and they can pick something up and bring it to the dugout, I think I'm okay with it. I think if it's something that happens in real time where, like, the whole Astros thing drove me bananas, and I can't tell if it's because I'm a Yankees guy or because it's just infuriating. Like, you're hearing things like buzzers.
Yeah.
Like, guys clicking a buzzer from center field while you're in the batter's box is crazy. That's not, that completely flip-flops the competitive advantage. But I think if it's something like that, we have a screenshot. Jewel, can we pull up the screenshot of the actual tablet? And the MLB released a statement saying clubs are able to add their own advanced scouting materials to the dugout iPads that are registered with us. So that's obviously an MLB registered iPad. So I guess they have access to everything that comes through it. And if this is something that's airing on TV and you can figure out that the pitcher's motion pre-pitch, one is a fastball and the other is a change, I guess I don't fault you for that. It's when you're using stuff that, like, where one team has the ability. I think that's a little. What do you think about that?
So, I'm totally okay with it. Like, if it's illegal, and like in football, we see screens all the time on the sideline. Like, you're allowed to scout the other team. You're trying to predict the defenses. They're watching video.
Coaches are doing this the whole game so that you can't see their mouths move because guys' job is to zone in on them.
Right. Yeah. So here, and what they're talking about is, like, your offhand, like your glove hand, you might hold it here when it's a fastball,
Right.
but it drops to here when it's a
Right.
changeup. And it's a batter, that's all you're looking for is that subtlety. And it's kind of amazing that baseball players are able to do that when you're a split second deciding, all right, it's going to be a 95 mile an hour fastball or a 83 mile an hour slider, and you're instantly able to do that in that minute. But in a sport that is 70+% failure rate, anything you can do to find an advantage is something you will grab onto. But here's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anybody complain if the pitcher throws inside. Like, I am old school where
for sure.
if I know that you've got something on me, I'm going to do something to neutralize that edge you think you have. Like, oh, you want to look at my glove right there? Here comes one buzzing right by your ribs to make sure you're not getting too comfortable looking at my form.
And you said the word, right? When you have 5 guys on a staff now who can send it in there at 3 digits, I'm not going to be comfortable in that box. That's a huge difference.
Right.
Like, you can come looking for the fastball or the curveball, but I know if I'm going to get one in my ear hole, it changes the at-bat significantly. So, yeah, I'm 100% with you there. If these guys want to come in or they even want to hit somebody once in a while.
Yeah.
I love the old guys that did that.
Exactly.
Clemens was great at it. CC Sabathia was probably like the last guy I'd see who would just stick one in your rib cage.
There was a lot less cheating when they let the players police the game. There was also a lot less showboating when they let players police the game. It serves a purpose. I'm not advocating that anybody throw anybody's head.
Right, for
you
sure.
talked about the specific, the pitchers are able to put that ball in a very specific spot, below the waist, inside the ribs, the numbers in the back, nowhere around the head. That would eradicate a lot of the problems that are taking place in baseball.
Sure.